Hi guys, welcome again to Barker's Barbecue. Today I'm going to show you how I go about cooking a tomahawk steak. Alright guys, so we've got our tomahawk steak here. So I've left this sitting out just on the bench for around about 20 minutes, half an hour, just to come down to room temp a bit, just because you want this cook to be as even as possible, because if the center of the steak is freezing cold when you're putting it on, then it's gonna be a little bit uneven by the time it's finished. So, but we've just had this resting out on the board here, like I said, for about 20 minutes. So what we're gonna do is gonna rub this up. So we're using a coffee-based rub today. It's Rib Racks Barbecue's Black Cow. It goes really well with beef. So don't be shy with this. Cover the whole thing, even all the meat on the bone, because that bone meat can be quite nice by the end of the cook. So okay. These are a great steak to get out if you're going to have the boys round, because yeah, it's a hell of a sight to see when you get this off the cooker. So we've got this rubbed up now, so we're going to give this a couple of minutes for the rub just to settle in, and then we're going to stick it on our smoker outside. Alrighty guys, so I've got my Fornetto bullet smoker out here rolling at about 250 Fahrenheit, 120 Celsius thereabouts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook this steak on the top stacker here. So I'm just going to pop this on now. So just on there at 120 Celsius, 250 Fahrenheit, just to bring this steak up to temperature quite slowly. And what we're going to do with this, we're actually going to reverse sear this. So this is the first part of a reverse sear. So you bring the steak up to temperature slowly, and then you sear it at the end. So typically, why they call it a reverse sear is in a lot of restaurants, they'll sear up front and then oven cook to temp for the customer. But this is flipping the script on that and just doing it the other way around. So this will probably take around about maybe 45 minutes to an hour to come up to 135 Fahrenheit, which is just where we want it, thereabouts. And then we'll take it off and give it a sear, because I like these tomahawks to be medium, just above medium. And yeah, so we'll come back in about an hour and see how this is traveling. Alrighty guys, so we've got this steak probing at just about the right temperature now. The outside's a little higher than I'd like it to be, so the inside is a bit lower than 135, like I mentioned before, but that's okay. Overall, I want the steak to be as good across the whole steak, as good as possible, essentially. So what we're going to do is we're going to lift this top section off and set it aside over here. I'm going to use this, which is a charcoal starter. This Zito one cost me 35, 40 bucks. I'm going to use this to get the charcoal roaring. It's super hot. We want to see some flames and get this thing going as hot as possible. You can't really get too hot with this. Whew, all right, that is just as hot as I'd like it to be. Now, one of the coolest things about the bullet smoker is you can just unclip this. There we have our steak. You literally just lift it straight over the coals, just like that. So that's gonna get a real good sear. Now we're gonna go around about a minute, maybe a minute and a half each side. And don't be scared if a bit of flame starts to come, because all those drippings are going to go straight on those coals and just give that meat that beautiful charcoal sear flavour. So you'll see as it starts to get a bit hotter. There we go. That's been on for about 30 seconds now or so. We're going to give it a bit longer. Get our table ready. So I've got just a little barbecue hack, just so you can see. I've got cotton gloves on under these rubber gloves, which is a great idea because you can touch hot things and you've still got all the dexterity of the gloves. So I think we're looking good there, so we'll give this a flip now. Now I've got a bit of blackening on there, that's totally fine. That's just the rub caramelizing. Just gonna give this about a minute on that side as well. As you can see, this thing is roaring, roaring hot. Alrighty guys, so we've got the steak inside now. This has been resting for about 10 minutes. Just so you know, the video cut out a little bit earlier than I would have liked out there. We reached max memory on my phone. So all you missed is about 30 seconds later. After flipping that steak, I brought that in. And as you can see, we've got a beautiful sear, beautiful caramelized crust on this steak now. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and chop this up. So basically, I lift the bone up, get your knife, run it down the length of the bone, and basically you've got all your meat there. So that's your bone there. The meat on this bone is absolutely amazing as well. So don't be shy with that. So what we'll do is we'll just start chopping this up into about centimeter wide pieces. Yeah, this is looking just exactly how I wanted it to look. This steak is so tender, it's just falling apart. I'm just gonna chop around this muscle here. Yeah, wow. Yeah, that is looking juicy as just how it should be. Just a pinch above medium. It's still got that beautiful pink color right the way through. I'm just gonna give this a little try now. Oh. Whew. Delicious. And that's how you cook a tomahawk steak. Oh hey, just want to say thanks for watching my video guys. That was a tomahawk steak. I hope you got something out of it. As always, I'm on Instagram, Facebook and YouTube, so if you want to see what else I'm up to, feel free to jump on there and have a look. But thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time. Whoa. No, you're not going to crunch it. Oh. That's it, good boy.